Hi guys, I got thinking about a unique concept. The idea that schools were built for accessibility versus building accessibility around schools. I think it would give, right down to playgrounds and just accessing everything. I think if we made our world more barrier free, and I know that the US is way ahead of Canada on this, but if Canada had pulled up their bootstraps and made life more accessible, that would make my life and many others' lives, not just disabled individuals, people with strollers and young kids, come on guys, easier. I'll give you a couple examples. I had to pick my high school, or I chose to pick my high school based on accessibility. They were willing to move all my classes to the main floor of my feeder high school, but I chose to go with one that had more accessibility supports and an elevator, so that wasn't a hurdle. Also, I went to a family wedding one time and went for dinner and took a wrong turn, and it took 2 hours to find the restaurant. We called ahead, and I've used this example before, only to be met with, "Oh, you're wheelchair accessible? Awesome, we come to your restaurant." Guys, they're accessible by a flight of stairs. We went to a different restaurant, needless to say. Anyway, so I think we have a huge improvement still to go in terms of accessibility being mainstream. I don't want physical barriers to be a problem for the next generation. There's already the social barriers that come with having a disability and so forth. Why does it have to be stairs? I mean, elderly people don't like stairs either. There's not just the disabled population. There's a ton, if you start thinking about it, of reasons for barrier-free accessibility. And not just in schools. I just chose that for the example of this video, because most of my audience have or are school-aged themselves, so, or, post-secondary, what have you. I have a wide spectrum of people on here. Anyway, yeah, so that's my 2 cents worth. I would be curious what a school built for cerebral palsy in your head looks like. Mine looks like a barrier-free playground, tons of turning radius in classrooms and bathrooms, as well as the mainstream bathroom accommodations that currently exist. Anyway, let's start a conversation in the bathroom. Let's start a conversation in the comments, and I'm just curious. All right, see everybody next week. Bye.